Are courts required to uphold administrative law judges' decisions as long as their decisions are supported by substantial evidence? We'll get the answer to this question in Evening Star newspaper versus Kemp. Nathan Kemp worked as a delivery driver for the Evening Star newspaper and also owned a taxi business. Kemp owned a gun for his personal protection when he drove his taxi. Kemp also brought his gun with him when he delivered newspapers late at night. At Kemp's newspaper delivery job, there was often downtime between deliveries. Kemp was on the clock and was paid by Evening Star during the enforced lulls between deliveries. Kemp was allowed to do as he pleased during his downtime. One afternoon in August of 1971, Kemp had a 1-hour enforced lull. During this lull, Kemp learned that his taxi, which was parked near Evening Star's building, had been hit by a car. Kemp walked to his taxi and then drove the taxi to a nearby garage to assess the damage. Evening Star drivers were often required to conduct business for the newspaper at this specific garage, and delivery drivers also had a history of working on their personal cars at the garage. While one of Kemp's coworkers was working on Kemp's taxi, another coworker began handling Kemp's gun. When Kemp motioned toward his coworker holding the gun, Kemp's hand hit the gun and the gun fired. Kemp was shot and died from his injuries. Kemp's widow sought compensation under the Longshoremen's and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. After an evidentiary hearing, an administrative law judge, or ALJ, held that Kemp's death was the result of injuries sustained in the course of and arising out of his employment and found in favor of Kemp's widow. The Department of Labor Benefits Review Board affirmed the ALJ's decision. Evening Star appealed the board's holding to the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit.